The Sims 4 has officially hit a decade. Yep, this game has been running for 10 whole years, something no other main Sims game has ever achieved, unfortunately. Damn, it could have been a 5th grader playing Fortnite by now, and it still shows no sign of slowing down, with new packs, kits, and updates dropping even till now. But what if we strip all of that away? We'd be left with just the base game, which, since 2022, has been free to download, and, let's be honest, might feel a little empty. But even then, there are still some hidden gems and intriguing features players might have missed. Hello everyone, this is Abi aka onlyabidoang, and today we're diving into 50 fascinating, useful, and downright mind-blowing features not from any paid packs or DLCs that you might have not known in The Sims 4. Let's get right into it, shall we? If you own a cow plant around and have stereo playing nearby, the cow plant will then start jamming into it and dance. Look at her go! Having trouble sleeping as a child because the monster under the bed keeps appearing? Just place this night lamp called Kulala the Defender wall light in their bedroom and those monsters will never appear ever again. Finding it tedious to have toddlers eat in the high chair? Good news, you don't have to do all that. Just grab any leftover meals from your fridge and then command them to eat it by themselves. They'll then grab a plate, find a place to sit, and eat it right away. Got a house full of visitors and need them all out ASAP? Simply click on your sim and select the Send Everyone Home interaction. Your sim might look a bit grumpy while doing it, but don't worry, everyone will head out immediately with no hard feelings. When there's a fire in your sim's house and there are infants and toddlers in your household, before evacuating, older sims will pick them up to save them first before escaping outside. Whoa, can't believe sims are somewhat smarter here, even though these little buggers are practically immune to fire unlike their parents. When you're pregnant, you can actually influence your baby's gender. If you want a boy, eat a bunch of carrots and listen to alternative music in the stereo. If you want a girl, eat a bunch of strawberries and listen to pop music. I'm not even kidding, it's all written in the code even. You can actually enter first-person view for your current active sim by pressing Shift plus Tab on your keyboard while holding the joystick button for console players. In this view, you can move around and interact with the environment using the left click on PC. To go through doors or change floors, use the right click. You can also press Tab to hide the UI and Escape to exit this view. It's a pretty interesting way to spice up your gameplay. Oh, how about if we go to first person during a Sims woohoo session? Ah, I see. That's pretty anticlimactic. Tired of your neighbors waltzing into your home without any care in the world and also those annoying welcome wagons? You can click on your home's front door and activate this no trespassing feature where you can disallow friends, neighbors, and solicitors, this includes welcome wagons, to come to your front door. If you have Vampires game pack, you can even disable vampire break-ins from occurring. If a sim dies on your lot, you can click on their tombstone to leave a sugar skull offering. Once done, a notification will appear saying that a Day of the Dead celebrator will roam around your world. Find them around the neighborhood and click on them to ask for a sugar skull. You'll then be given one of the 9 sugar skulls that you can collect. If you've collected them all, you can place them in this sugar skull display case and then perform the Honor the Dead interaction. If done, a 10th golden skull will be summoned and you'll receive a buff that, while active, allows you to befriend the Grim Reaper faster and gives you a better chance of successfully pleading for a sim's life. Every sim age group has different multipliers applied to their relationship gain or loss when interacting with other age groups. For example, teenager sims will gain much faster relationship gain when talking to other fellow teenagers, but will have slower relationship gain when talking to adult sims and older. Meanwhile, elder sims will have a hard time to increase their relationship with children and teenagers, but they'll gain extra relationship points when interacting with infants and toddlers. The multiplier can also have different results depending on who talks to them first. Like when kids try to talk to teen, it'll be much lower, maybe because teens consider a child as too immature and uncool. But if a teen initiates a friendly interaction to a child first, their relationship gain will be much faster, probably because child sims consider teens talking to them to be cool. Here's the full list of it made by Sim Guru Nova. This may be a well-known secret already, but it's still a base game thing, so there are 2 secret walls that can be visited by sims. The first area can be accessed by interacting with this strange-looking tree multiple times in a row located in Foundry Cove neighborhood in Willow Creek. After you interact with it multiple times, a tunnel will appear and you'll get into this small text adventure. Just follow these options like so and you'll arrive in Forgotten Glade, a magical place filled with plants, ponds, and fishing spots. The second area can be accessed by going to either the Desert Blooms Park or the Acquisition Butte neighborhood in Oasis Springs right behind the Glengrabs mansion, where you can find this closed-off cave. It requires level 10 handiness skill to be opened, and you'll go through the same text adventure thing if you enter it. If done, you'll enter Forgotten Grotto, a huge underground cave where you can fish and dig for some treasures and minerals. At night, Sims can moonbathe by lying on the ground for a while outside. The emotional buff they receive afterwards varies with the current moon phase. Inspired during a new moon, energized for the waxing crescent, happy for the first and third quarters, playful for the waxing gibbous, flirty for the full moon, confident for the waning gibbous, and focused for the waning crescent. If there's a large puddle of water on the ground, no matter the source, damn it Emily, and you switch to buy mode to use the design tool on it, you can change its look, where the fourth swatch will even give the puddle this rubber ducky shape. In Create a Sim, you can dress your Sims in a firefighter outfit and helmet, but it's not just for show. Wearing this will actually give your Sims this permanent confident buff, making them more resistant to fire and better at extinguishing flames as long as you wear it. This next one is a very specific hidden feature, too specific in fact. If you have a hot tub upgraded to have Aroma therapy filter, yeah, hot tubs have been in the base game for some time, have level 10 mischief skill, have max level in the secret agent, criminal or scientist career, and have the mean, genius or evil trait, you will unlock the thioacetone aromatherapy for your hot tub. Applying this will turn the hot tub water into a disgusting black liquid and the tub will break immediately. Plus, anyone who gets too close will receive an uncomfortable debuff, making them sick and possibly even causing them to vomit until the tub gets repaired. There's the Snackbox object that costs 120 simoleons to buy. Once bought, it provides your Sims an infinite number of quick meals and drinks for free. Now, who needs a kitchen when you can have this snack bag to save the day? It's also completely portable, so if you're stuck in an underground cave for example, you can just put it down and grab your food from it immediately. Toddlers can even use it themselves, so they can be even more self-sustainable. Back in 2021, there was a limited time event called Sim Sessions that introduced a bunch of objects, but they're no longer accessible, even with cheats. However, I managed to collect and upload all of them to the gallery for others to try out. This includes gameplay objects that were once available only through packs but are now in the base game, such as tents, t-shirt and food stalls, a yard sale table for selling items and collectibles, and a stage that can only be used by Sims to gather near it. However, if you have mods that unlock debug interactions like MC Command Center, you can even recreate the Sim Sessions event with music shows performed by actual singers as Sims. You may probably already know about Death Flowers, a rare flower that a Sim can give to the Grim Reaper when another Sim is dying to bring them back to life. But what if you live alone? Well, if you have reached level 10 in the mixology skill, you can use these bad boys to concoct this drink called the Shadow Realm. And no, don't waste it by drinking it yourself, as it won't have any effect on you. Instead, if you die while this drink is around, instead of ripping your soul, the Grim Reaper will immediately take a sip of it and then bring you back to life. If you created a pond on your lot using the water tool, you can place a fishing sign to start fishing in it. What's even better is that if you've caught different types of fish before, you can choose which fish can be caught here, even the rare ones, provided you have the required skill level and the right bait. Still on the topic of ponds, if you've added natural pond objects like logs, lily pads, and reeds, you can click on them to allow specific critters to appear. Logs attract turtles, lily pads bring in frogs, these reeds host midges, and at night, these other reeds attract fireflies. Did you know that the water tool used for creating ponds can also be used on rooms? You can even flood an entire room filled with furniture, and as long as the water is shallow enough, Sims can still wade around and go about their activities. Oh, I'm also gonna add these pond animals to spice it up a little bit. And don't worry, electronics still works fine here. If you've reached level 5 of the secret agent career, you can use the computer to investigate a Sim you know to reveal one of their traits. This is further enhanced on level 8 of the career, where you can use your phone to run an instant background check on a Sim you know, where you'll learn 2 traits instead and also a random fact of that particular Sim. These secrets don't really affect anything gameplay wise though. If a child sim plays with a dollhouse, they may randomly get this inspired buff at random. And if they have level 7 creativity skill, they can use the computer to start writing a dollhouse book while still having this inspired buff. Once completed, besides reading it for fun, there's not much you can do with it until the sim grows up into a teen and learns some actual writing skills where they can finally publish it themselves. Remember that infamous plate of fruitcake your neighbors often serve during a welcome wagon? It's a well-known fact that most sims will despise it every time they eat it. However, there's a rare chance that the sim might actually like it. This preference is determined by a hidden trait, and while most sims dislike fruitcake, the likelihood of a sim developing a hidden trait where they like it increases if they have the foodie, snob, or glutton trait. In the culinary career, if you reach exactly level 9 in the mixology branch, it won't work if you're at level 10 by the way, there's a chance that when you go to work, you will receive this pop-up offering a mythical drink guide for 200 simoleons. If accepted, there are two possible outcomes. It could be a scam or it could be the real deal. If it's genuine, you'll unlock this new drink to mix called the Snaggle Fluster that'll be accessible if you have level 10 mixology skill. Once drunk, you'll get this dazed buff that boosts all of your sim skill gain for a few hours. However, be aware that it comes with a side effect. Your sim's bladder will drop pretty quickly. The ghosts of sims who died because of fire, if befriended and added to the household, can start a fire on command by clicking on the ground whenever they're angry. If you've captured a picture in the game and then go to the screenshot capture manager here, you can choose a picture to make a memory out of based on the type of emotion of that active sim. After that, you can have any active sim to reminisce about that emotional memory in the same menu anytime and they will immediately feel the same emotion as the memory type. It's pretty useful if you want to have sims to feel certain emotion on command. Some emotions cannot be set into their own emotional memory, but rather as another similar emotion. Tired of guests using your computer every chance they get? You can click on the computer to open the security settings and then lock the computer for everyone but the household, so they'll stop doing that. You can even lock specific sims from using the computer. Yeah, Emily, don't even think about touching the computer ever again after that suspicious browsing history of yours. Instead of making your sims wash the dishes or take out the trash, you can save time by dragging empty plates and glasses directly to the sink or trash bin yourself. You can also drag a pile of trash to the bin and move leftovers to the fridge. If your sim has a low bladder need and is currently swimming, they can pee in the pool to relieve themselves and feel happy, but not for the swimmers near them. Also, while still in the same topic of peeing, sims with the slop trait will simultaneously relieve their bladder need while showering if it's low. Older sims can coach child sim to learn swimming, where they will begin lecturing them in the pool. This can also be done when the child is swimming around. I don't think it does anything other than improving their relationship though. If you have level 9 handiness skill, you'll be able to upgrade your TV to have super reception. This upgrade unlocks two new TV channels. The music channel that shows a selection of music videos and this music countdown TV show, and the fireplace channel that shows, well, a lit fireplace endlessly. Yeah, that's it. The sim looks excited about it though. Sims who are sad can water plants with their tears if they have at least level 2 gardening skill. Doing this also helps alleviate their sadness, so it's like killing two birds with one stone. If you have a computer and a rocket ship in the same area and then someone else uses the rocket ship to go to space, other sims on the ground can now use the computer to listen to the space launch, where they will watch this footage of astronauts in the rocket ship. However, if the rocket ship is being used for woohooing instead, the option to listen to space woohoo will be accessible instead, where they will watch a pretty simple footage of the rocket spinning around in space with hearts around. They also won't get any buffs after this. Damn, I was expecting them to get a bit flirty at least. Sims with the lazy trait can take a nap while sitting down on almost any chair, including dining chairs and desk chairs. Sims can video call other sims using their phones. It's pretty much the same as calling them normally, but they will use a different animation instead, where they will look at their phones and talk to it. You can install baby proofing on your doors and gates to prevent toddlers and infants from going through them. However, toddlers can try to break loose. They usually fail, but if they have high thinking or imagination skills, they are more likely to succeed. Besides hiding under the blanket, child Sims who are feeling embarrassed can also hide inside an outdoor trash bin for some time to relieve their embarrassment. It'll drop their hygiene in the process though. Tired of your sim constantly moving in Create a Sim or want them to freeze in a specific position? Open the cheat console and type in casclockspeed space 0 to completely freeze them in their last position. To get them moving again, use casclockspeed space 1. If you want to make things a bit wild, increase the speed to more than 1, but it might look like they're having a seizure if you set the number too high. These shoe racks aren't just your regular decor objects. Clicking on them allows you to set rules for footwear, such as whether shoes are allowed indoors, if shoes should be removed indoors, or if only slippers are allowed indoors. This was once a feature exclusive to Snowy Escape expansion pack, but it has been made to be for base game in a past update. Sims can hold 2 part-time jobs simultaneously, as long as their schedules don't overlap, since some part-time jobs lets you choose between 2 different work hours. Now, your sim can work as a retail employee in the morning and as a fast food worker in the evening. When a toddler is using the potty chair, other toddlers can watch them, which helps slightly boost their own potty skill as well. You can customize the background color of your phone UI with a variety of options. Additionally, you can change your phone case appearance as well, which will be reflected in the phone's appearance in-game. If your sim has completed the best-selling author aspiration, they'll be able to write this powerful book called The Book of Life. Once finished, be sure to make a bunch of copies first before binding one to a sim. Then, you can capture a known sim's epic life saga to bind the book to that sim. When anyone reads this book, including the sims themselves, all their needs will be instantly filled. Additionally, if that sim dies and you've captured their life saga before, you can use the book to summon its ghost from the tombstone. Befriend them until you can invite them to your household, and if you use this restore life interaction with the book as the ghost, it's supposed to revive them back to life, but I think it's broken now because nothing happens to my sim. I'm not even surprised at this point. If you click on this graph icon right here, you can see your sim's stats throughout their entire life, like how many meals they've cooked, how many times they've kissed someone, fights won, instances of specific emotions, and more. Sims can be either right-handed or left-handed, and this is determined randomly by a hidden trait when they are created, so you cannot choose it yourself. If you have a mod like Show Sim Info that reveals hidden traits, you'll be able to see it there. You'll notice these dominant hand traits in action during certain activities like eating, drinking, or using specific objects, although it doesn't apply to all interactions, like eating on the table, painting, etc. If you want to change a right-handed sim to left-handed, use this first cheat right here, and then this second cheat right after. I'll provide the cheat codes in the video's description. After that, re-enter the lot to reset your sim, and they will finally be left-handed. Sims can drink 2 beverages at once by using both hands. It's perfect for partygoers on a Friday night, or for those facing tight work deadlines on the next day. The appearance of counters and island counters are usually assigned to be set automatically, but you can click on this gear icon here so you can place certain parts of it manually, like the corners, round pieces, end pieces, etc. Island counters even have these rounded parts. There are also similar options for hanging cabinets where they also have parts with different appearance and heights, and bunk beds also have the same setting where you can set if the letters are either on both sides or one side of the bed. Your sim can paint emotional paintings when feeling certain emotions. This includes playful, flirty, sad, angry, and confident emotions. Focus sims, on the other hand, can create a mathematical diagram which increases their logic skill instead. When a sim views these emotional paintings, they'll gain the specific emotions tied to the painting, which can be useful to influence their emotions. You can also enable the emotional aura of the painting so that any sim in the same room will receive the corresponding emotional buff. Having too many random objects and collectibles in your inventory, you can buy these chests in buy mode that acts as a storage box where you can store them here. There's also this backpack where you can store smaller objects like toys, laptops, books, and tablets. You can also put it in your inventory. So those are 50 base game features in The Sims 4 that you might not know. So what do you think about this list? Do you know any other less known base game features that I haven't mentioned here? Feel free to let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope that you like it, and if you do, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't for more Sims videos like this. See you later!